I am Ifeyinwa Celestina Ezeike, your herbal doctor. Today, we are going to talk about baby sex selection. It's a very interesting topic by the special grace of God. We are doing it for people who are finding it difficult to have baby girls or baby boys, or who have had too much of the baby boys and less of the baby girls, or too much of the baby girls and less of the baby boys. So we start with the baby sex selection for boys. Okay, now if you want to do baby sex selection, first of all, it's done by people who have difficulties having the sex of the baby they want, and people who have difficulty in having children, at least in their life. Therefore, we give herbs that induce multiple egg production. Eggs that will make you produce between 2, 3, 4 or more eggs in a cycle. Now, if you want baby sex selection for girl, that one is done immediately after your menstrual cycle. You start making love. That is when the spermatozoa that is deposited in the wombs lies there awaiting the arrival of egg at the middle of the cycle. Therefore, if the egg waits to if the spermatozoa waits for the arrival of the egg, it leads to baby girl. But if you make love at the peak of your ovulation, by making sure that that day is the peak of your ovulation, there are different ways you can know. One, there are kits you can use to track ovulation. And when the kit shows baby face, that means that day is the day of your ovulation. Before you can now make love, because if you are doing baby sex selection for boy and you make love before the arrival of the egg, the spermatozoa is already there and it lives for 5 days before it dies up. But when egg arrives, it lives for only 24 hours. Therefore, if you want to do baby selection for boys, you, after using the herbs, you now have to use tracking method. The tracking method kit, if the tracker shows baby face, that means it's the day of your ovulation. You wait. At the time the baby face appearance on the kit is slowing down, you now know that the egg has dropped. Then you make love. By God's grace, it's going to be baby boy. That is baby selection by baby sex selection for boys. Then you can use another means of tracking. Like if you are using natural herbs, there's possibility that you may ovulate earlier than expected, but it's not predicted. Some people ovulate by the 9th day of their cycle. Some others ovulate by the 10th day, while others ovulate when they're using natural herbs, because the fertility rate used to be very high. They ovulate highest 13th day of their cycle. Then in some other cases, they ovulate 14th day, 15th day, or 16th day, which concludes the first phase of a female cycle. But then, in some cases, we will allow the first phase, 16 days, to fade off. Then we will step into the first hour of the 17th day. And when you step into the first hour of the 17th day, there is possibility that egg will eventually drop at that time. And by God's grace, it's going to be baby boy. That is the discipline behind it. Then there's another means, but that one may not be that correct, the Billings method, where the day of last sleepiness is the day of ovulation. Well, that one is like when we were using typewriter, but now the technology has changed to internet, to handset, and not typewriter again. So science has changed in everything in this world, especially herbal medicine. Is not what it used to be before. Before is different, today is a different story. It's scientifically oriented. So that is how we do baby sex selection for baby boy. Remember, the secret is discipline, strict discipline, abstinence, no love making at all. Because if you try to use like cover up, the rubber can burst, and then the system keep harboring spermatozoa before ovulation, which will still be female child. While if you don't allow any contact with each other until the arrival of the egg, is supposed to be baby boy. And if the eggs are produced in multiple form, that means the ones that are viable at that peak will be all fertilized. Then the ones that are not viable will decline and die. And then the ones that are viable comes up as human being by the special grace of God. I am your herbal doctor, Ifeyinwa Celestina Ezeike. My phone numbers are 08033104752, Lagos, Nigeria, West Africa. Enjoy your weekend.